Okay, so for today's deep dive, let's unpack this. We're looking at a really powerful section from the book of 1 John.
That's right, chapters 5, verses 13 through 21.
And the whole core idea, the reason John says he's writing is so that believers can know, with total certainty, that they have eternal life.
And that knowledge, that assurance, is really where our mission starts today. How does that deep internal certainty actually play out in our daily lives?
Specifically in prayer.
Exactly. We're exploring this idea of confidence in prayer, and it becomes clear right away that this isn't some kind of technique. It's tied directly to aligning what we ask for with God's will.
And here's where it gets really interesting, right? Verses 14 and 15 lay out this critical promise. It says, we have confidence that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. And if he hears us, we know we have what we've asked for.
It sounds like an absolute guarantee.
It is, but it comes with that huge qualifier, according to his will.
And this is where, it just clashes so much with our modern culture. We're constantly chasing shortcuts, aren't we?
All the time.
We look for the quickest path, the life hack, the investment tip, and we sort of subconsciously bring that mindset to our faith. We start asking, okay, what's the most effective way to pray to get a result?
That is the shortcut trap right there. I think so many of us read those verses and think, aha, a formula.
Right. If I can just figure out his will, I can unlock the system.
Exactly. But if the goal is just efficiency, then trying to figure out his will just becomes another shortcut we're chasing. We're looking for a checklist, not a real connection.
You've hit it right there. The text immediately pushes back against that whole transactional view. This relationship, it's not about performing a duty to get a result.
It's more like a child wanting what their father wants.
Precisely. It's the natural outcome of that love. Knowing and following God's will isn't an optional step you take for, maximum results. It's the very foundation of the relationship itself.
So if we move past that idea of an instant fix, we have to talk about the long game. Because salvation is, yes, it's immediate, but the process of becoming more like Christ's sanctification, that's a lifelong journey.
It is, and it demands persistence. The prayer that's guaranteed to be answered is the one that aligns with that process. A prayer like, make me more like you.
And that requires trusting God's timing, not demanding our own.
Exactly. Which is why John's assurance goes so much deeper than just a single prayer request. It leads into these profound markers of protection.
Right, in verses 18 to 20, we know that those born of God don't keep on sinning. And then there's that promise that Christ protects us so the evil one does not touch him. That sounds like, total immunity.
It's a really powerful phrase, and it's worth looking at the nuance. The original Greek suggests not that a believer will never stumble or fail, but that they don't live in a settled pattern of sin. It's not their trajectory anymore. And that protection is rooted in what the text calls the true knowledge that the Son of God has given us.
And that knowledge is what exactly?
Yeah, it's three things. We know we belong to God. We know the rest of the world is under the power of the evil one. And we know that through Christ, we have the understanding to know him who is true. That knowledge is our defense.
So, wrapping this all up, what's the bottom line for us? Confident prayer isn't about finding a hack.
Not at all. It's about steady, persistent alignment and obedience.
Which all leads to that final powerful command in verse 21, little children, keep yourselves from idols.
And that connection he makes is just brilliant. An idol isn't just some statue. It's anything created that we rely on to give us what only God can. So, considering this focus on avoiding modern shortcuts, let's just leave you with this to think about.
Okay.
What specific cultural efficiencies, maybe in our productivity systems, our career goals, our reliance on technology, what things might we be substituting for that persistent relationship with God? And in doing so, are we secretly letting them become the very idols John warns us to guard against?